There we go. All right. And then I can turn this into that.
Yo,
Hey, what's happening? How's things down in sunny Florida, the land of oranges and light
fucking alligators and mosquitoes too. What's going on, guys?
mosquitoes are monsters down there. Yeah,
Bro,
they
they'll,
are.
they'll pick you up and take you around the entire freaking lot to go get a pub sub, man. I'm telling you, I'm freaking hellacious. Almost 90 degrees down here this morning, and like, my heart's out to all those people up north that are like shoveling it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've lived kind of like up that, not up in like the New England and all that area, but like out in Colorado. I've had to shovel it around this time, man. My heart's out to you guys.
Oh, we're doing fine up here. It's actually turned into a normal winter, so it's kind
Oh
of
hell yeah.
last year was warm. Oh my God. It lasted like we had maybe 3 weeks of winter last year. And then I was like, wow, man, this global warming shit's really kicking in. And but then all of a sudden, like this year we get hit with freaking we're on a foot altogether, I think maybe 10 inches, and that's like our best winter in a long time. So everybody, this is the Raven Project, aka Raven. Also on Nuance, you're gonna see him as the author Will_B, correct?
Yes, sir. I like, you know what, man? I go through all my socials. Like, I consider myself probably one of the most doxed motherfuckers on the freaking X space and ICP and stuff, dude. Like, I'm a complete open book, dude. Like, everything is all linked to my whole freaking real name and stuff. And like, not even a year ago, dude, like I had like OGs like Bone Wumbo and stuff being like, yo, you'd realize like your phone number is on this shit, right? Like on the Telegram. I'm like, oh, okay, I better like fix that shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, welcome to the Raven Project, bro. So just to give a quick rundown and whatnot, like my goal here is to literally bring the entire ICP ecosystem up because like less than a year ago, I was barely getting my feet wet in the ICP ecosystem just in general. And I was like, dang, there's so much potential here to onboard like brand new people. And like the problem is nobody knows who the fuck it is other than a freaking clowned up goddamn like whatever kind of band you want to call that. You know what I'm saying? So like being real, I was like, damn, like what exactly can I do to, because I'm part of 8 Year Gang, you know what I'm saying? Like I just jumped in head first, like 100%. So I got a small little 8 year bag that I keep on adding to. Um and but then I was like, damn, so I'm gonna work for my bags, you know what I'm saying? Like what can I do to work for my bags? And so I had to think to myself, like I got personally put in a situation where I'm no longer a freaking professional fitness chef for WWE superstars and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I had to take a step back from that. Um, my son got like a real life
Selfless
diagnosis.
plug. Come on, man.
Nah, straight, hey, it is what it is, bro. Like, so
No,
like
that's
I'm a
cool shit, bro. That's cool stuff. I did
Hells
I
yeah,
did
bro.
MMA forever, dude. I hung out with all sorts of, if you want to say the UFC guys, I hung out with all sorts of those guys, man. I get you. It's fun
Oh,
as
hells
shit,
yeah.
man. The
Dude, it's
wrestlers are
freaking
probably insane, dude.
oh, it's a freaking life, bro. It's a it's a trip. That's for sure. But like I was their personal fitness chef, you know what I'm saying? So like on the side, I've been building NME, no more excuses. But like you were saying for some of the World 8 stuff, dude, like the nodes just can't handle some of the shit that we're trying to, put together for that. Like I've got like it's a ways off, man, because like I'll spill the quick alpha on that. If like any other devs can chime in to fucking help me make it work, like we can just do it, dude. Um, the lidar, our iPhones have lidar and do fucking scans and shit. Like you can like measure stuff out. It's like you should be able to set your phone up. Like think Matterport scans. You know what I'm saying? You're a photographer. You know what I'm talking about. So you set your iPhone up and it'll scan your body, right? That body scan is biometrics. So like you own that shit because it's on chain, right? And then automatically AI agent develops a whole meal plan, freaking fitness stuff, dude. Like I'm telling you, like this shit just can't be handled yet. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little ways out. But you're gonna start seeing some stuff on that end too. But as far as the Raven project, man, I first got published as a journalist at 16 years old. I'm 43 now, just about, right? So at 16 years old in Tampa Tribune, um, after like all sorts of hurricanes and stuff, man, that was my first time being published as a journalist, like a photojournalist. So I've always been passionate about that. And so I had an opportunity to join the army, and I got to carry on some of that passion while I was a scout. You know what I'm saying? So I got to see some like crazy shit and like take my camera with me. Like I was allowed to have that. You know what I'm saying? So now that I'm out of all of that, I'm not a chef anymore. You know what I'm saying? So like, where could I redirect that passion and that energy? I was like, well, what better way? Because like, and here's like the little backstory of the Raven Project. Because like I was in different spots of the world where like freedom of speech isn't really necessarily guaranteed to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like 100%. Like some of y'all probably know exactly what I'm talking about in this world. Where like women would get their mouths, like their tongues cut out if they were, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
gruesome
we got
shit.
a couple veterans in the crowd, man.
So you know what I'm talking about, man. Like some like that shit's not guaranteed. So I'm thinking, you know what? What's the biggest freaking American stand up in your face type act is to like if we can just bring freedom of expression through speech and journalism literally to anybody that has internet access. And literally our goal, dude, whenever we hit billion, whatever the fucking case may be, whenever I can put 100,000 phones on a C-130 and have them bitches airdrop, as long as them bitches can just connect to the Raven Project, I want anybody to have that voice. Like, if you know what I'm saying, and like that shit puts chills in my arms, and like that's my main mission, just 100,000 of them. Like, and like we can just 10x from that. You know what I'm saying? How many phones does the world want to change? You know what I'm saying? Especially if you think about ICP and then like coming that potential partnership with Starlink, bro. Like, think about these little devices, these cheap ass little devices that you can pick up, like over there. Like, I remember in Iraq, dude, you could pick up a smartphone with like 13 speakers on that bitch for like $5. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Like, you could get smartphones that can do stuff like that. Just connect to Starlink or something, and you got freedom of freaking everything right there at everyone's fingertips.
Yeah, my
That's
T-Mobile just gave me an alert like last week saying that we're now officially linked to Starlink,
yes,
and
sir.
we can use emergency calls and stuff. But you know what, bro? Like I totally know where you're coming from. One on the freedom of speech because I was a broadcaster for so many years.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
I had 30 some promotions, bro, and they all knew one thing. My network was 100% uncensored, and
Hell yeah.
I refuse to cut anything out just because it embarrassed the promoter. I was like, bro, if your referee gets in a fight with a fighter or a ring girl, that
Mm.
shit just happens. So, anyways, man, but but there are projects out there right now, not just on the ICP. You're gonna get like some like weird shit pop up. Like every chain has claimed to like have their own phone coming out. Solana's the only one I know for sure had a phone
Yep.
come out, but yeah, right, Gorilla.
Exactly.
Gorilla knows exactly what I mean, man. But there's a World Mobile on Cardano. Well, technically they're their own chain now, and World Mobile actually did that for they collected phones and refurbished them for something like 5 years while they sold the nodes and stuff, man. But they completely love to work with people, and you would be smart to look into them and say, hey, this is one of my goals too. How can I use my journalism skills and my reach to coincide with what you guys got going on with the phones, and like supplying these people with, maybe your feed, whatever, dude, you know?
Exactly, bro. Like if you can imagine, and like not only can someone like post up to it, I appreciate that heads up, by the way. Like I'm gonna be like diving head first into that, but um, and that kind of leads me into Harley here in a second, but um, yeah, bro, like absolutely, I will freaking look into that one. Like he just freaking like threw my head for a spin for on that. Um, dude, so I know I posted earlier, right? I was like my goal, like what is Harley? And like I said, join the space tonight, and I got all the alpha that's going to benefit like every DGen project. And like I see some OGs in here that like could probably listen out. And like you were talking about like the light automation and everything else. I'm trying to figure out how Harley. All right, so this is why Harley isn't launched as a coin or nothing anywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a concept, like test work in progress that like literally all the other devs can like look at, you know what I'm saying, just like pull ideas from. That's my main goal behind that, you know what I'm saying? If do I launch it? I don't know if I'm gonna launch that shit or not. Honestly, you know, I'm focused on Raven project, you know what I'm saying? But like it's Harley's the concept for that light automation. And if I can y'all know I got fucked by Elna. I'm gonna leave that out of this for right now, you know what I'm saying? But it inspired me to be like, you know what, not only fuck Elna, dude, like I'm gonna crush them because Harley is gonna figure out how to train other AI agents to do that light automation for you. Because I found that like if TTT or whatever, if this then that, all you got to do is hook up your free X developer thing and it does the light automation. All I needed was the freaking Elna API shit. They wouldn't give it to me, and that shit's free. Anyway, I digress. My goal now is to make it so any of our devs, like, you know what I'm saying? If it gives you a boost, if I don't care if you love the
Yeah,
Raven,
no,
Raven project or not.
you're
Like, I want
100%
to,
on spot, bro. It's
hell yeah.
I made the comment too. I understand Elna's putting out a product where if you can connect your agent into like your DAP, like
Yep.
I can take the duty one I made on Elna, and I can like attach it to an open chat channel. And so then it's there like a AI agent just checking things out. But I can't attach it into a Web 2 function, or vice versa. I can't port it into, you know. So it kind of sucks when you can download, and I hope I'm not giving anything away or anything, man,
Nah,
but
you're good.
simple things for people that know enough about some command line. They know enough about Visual Studio, and I mean like light, like beginner stuff, guys. But just go get Eliza, learn it, man. Take 2 3 weeks, practice with it. Learn how to prompt it proper, get it set up, and you can actually, I think, through Eliza alone, you can have it tweet into your accounts and be your own character. And that and you can actually program Eliza to use plugins that it has, which one of the plugins is the Internet Computer plugin, which means it gives you the API to plug into your ICP dApps, man. So therefore, you're bringing AI on chain. So some people are looking at it backwards when they say like a DeepSeek model is on chain. I think it's just ported in using DeepSeek and just chatting through a DApp, just like an outside network coming through, and we go on and we chat together on Open Chat or on not Tagger anymore. Gorilla Tag can't be chatting on Tagger no more. So
Yo, bro, don't get me started, bro.
so
Do
yeah,
not
so
get me
no, I
started.
get you. I get where you're coming from. So how are you incorporating the Raven token into what's going on now? Is it a fundraising token, or is it like are we finding some way to use it for articles, or how's it work?
Yeah, so right now, like at the very beginning, it was kind of like a fundraising thing and whatnot, but like we had like a lightning fast freaking probably the fastest freaking bonding on Pocket that you could like imagine, dude. Like I like that shit was like not even 2 minutes later, this shit was bonded already and getting ready to go on Kong. So I was like, holy fuck. All right, so so that like I tried to bob launch for literally like 6 hours that day. Didn't work. I was like, fuck it, man. Like I guess I'll try Pocket, and then there it went. Um, but aside from that, like, no, it's really like a mission token. And so how, um, like we're starting to be able to put out some NFT stuff, right? On Nuance, like strictly through Nuance. Like there's going to be like a NFT collection in the future if I can, you know, make that happen. With on ICAI, in the future. But currently, what I'm after now is turning the Raven project into a legit publication. And so like the money that's raised by the Raven project is actually going to be used to go into actually deploying that agent as a like a fully trained agent that can interact with different news publications. Say, for instance, you've got the New York Times. They want to. I'm just throwing out random numbers here, guys. Like, bear with me. So you got the New York Times wants to employ a freaking full time sports writer. Like an editorial for like 10 grand a week or whatever, right? So the Raven project can be like fully properly trained, and you can deploy that to your newspaper, for 5,000 a week. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm just throwing out some various things like that. But the everything that's being built into the Raven project is designed to, like, if I don't have the technical skills, it's going to be hired out to someone that does, to an engineer to make this shit happen. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the design by itself is like the ultimate goal is to actually have the Raven project different agents. Like we have Raven, we're gonna have Harley as a reporter, different types of reporters for all the encompassing freaking news media. It's decentralized, and hopefully, eventually, I get those hundreds of thousands of phones in people's hands, and then each one of those people can have their own channel as a writer or contributor through the Raven project. Which is actually published through Nuance. So it gives it a real world asset feel to it, especially whenever you turn it into NFTs. And then honestly, dude, if you think about the potential of who could get their hands on that phone and start telling a story, especially a voice to text and translate and everything else, you know what I'm saying? Get that story out. Like there's the potential for some very expensive freaking stories being told. You know what I'm saying? And the cool part is people own their own stories. Like I'm not here to make millions of dollars. I'm here like to be here forever. Like there's a difference. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. And if you can open up opportunities for more people who don't have the know-how to build all this to get something going, man, that's a huge resource, bro. Like don't ever let none of you, man, none of you should ever let anyone tell you, "Oh, that ain't cool," or "No, that's never going to work." Like if you're doing something to provide a service to people, you in any way shape or form, you're going to build an audience. Just simple as that, man. So some people always have a need, and there is going to be an absolute flood of people coming from web 2 to crypto blockchain to start to do stuff, and the only blockchain, I'm preaching it, the only blockchain that can facilitate a newbie, a brand new person to
Heard.
build on and know that they're completely on chain and they have their own canister is ICP. And I'm telling you, as soon as caffeine gets out, I've got a list
Mm,
of 17 projects I'm going into on top of what we got. Just pet projects on the side that I'm going to be trying to build out because there is so much need for web 2 to come to web 3 in a simpler fashion that no other blockchain could provide. Everything else is just a money exchange. They don't do
absolutely.
they don't do data. They don't do hosting. They don't do all the crap we do anyway. So, man, you got yourself a little gold mine, man. Are you ready for it? This is a serious question. Are you
Oh
ready?
yeah.
Are you
Yeah,
ready for the
bro.
grind, bro? You know?
And bro, 100%. Like I'm locked in, dude. I'm a disabled vet. I got nothing but time and opportunity right now to freaking like make another impact on this world, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm on a straight up mission. Like the Raven project actually got started off because Scott Summers got me for $20 over an algo. You know what I'm saying? Like like yeah, I see Space Gorilla freaking crying right
you
there,
ain't
bro. Like,
you
look,
ain't
man.
part of the ICP family unless Scott Summers has a little fucking
Bro,
little
Right.
bit
I
of your
got like
change,
this. I
bro. If
you're
you
not
look,
don't
in
have a little bit of
IC
your
unless you got
change,
rug, bro.
bro, $20. He got me for 20. Yeah, you dude, I see you smiling. Hey, what's up, Scott? So like it's all love, bro. It's crypto, bro. Like that's what it is. So and that's where like Raven Project, I was like, you know what, fuck that. He got me for $20. So like, I know motherfuckers get hit way harder over the head. And so I started smiling. I'd like told my kids and stuff. I was like, all right. But anyway, I was like, so $20, like, what can I do? And so what did I like? I don't know if Scott seen it back then over on Algoland, but like there was like this little cartoon Raven of like, and there's like this little graveyard with a tombstone that says Scott Scammers, because I wasn't gonna just like straight call him out, Love the Cyclops reference though. But it had like this little cartoon dude wrapped in a rug, and like all these people start going, "Ah, who's Raven?" And I'm just kind of ghosting them, you know what I'm saying? But like I didn't like Algo at all. Um, so I just came back over to ICP. I was like, what can I do? And this is whenever I've been like straight like affiliated with the lab. Y'all know the lab. That's really where Raven started getting cooking. You know what I'm saying? Definity Network and everything else. Like I was straight up into that, like 100%, bro. Like I was like, straight up Indy 64 and then Lab. That was my two bags other than ICP, like straight up my 8-year bag. You know what I'm saying? That's how I got. That's how I started cutting my teeth. Um, and then then all of a sudden, like found ourselves in the trenches over the summer. We're like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? It's just go like I look, I'm in this until the wheels fall off. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
Yeah,
a
it's
hundred percent.
fun, man. It's an absolute blast. It's probably been one of the just most honestly fulfilling years I've had in a long time besides, meeting my wife and having kids and stuff. But you know what I
Yeah,
mean,
for
man.
real.
Like it's been a long time. Like I've had a big break between filming and stuff between then and now. And so having a new project under my wings and kind of learning the ropes of how to like really get into the marketing aspect of this and kind of feeling it out and seeing how people react. A lot of what I do is watch, man. But hey, Raven, man, thank you for coming up. I want to get Bubbler up here is ready to talk, and
Yeah.
Ruggy ain't accepting my flipping invite to talk yet. I don't know. I'd like to be able to get him up here and chat about what's going on with Ruggy too. But yeah, Raven, man, thank you, dude. We are so happy to have you in the IC community. You know,
I appreciate
you
it.
and mostly you and I do our interacting in Telegram, and I'm happy to make your acquaintance, bro. And I hope to be able to get you some tickets over there to flipping the MMA fights over in it's a famous name, Venice, right?
Venice, yeah,
Yeah,
bro. That's like
yeah.
I'm right up there in Jerryland.
Yeah, 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 that's cool shit, dude. Yeah, I can get you tickets over there, bro. I'll get you and your kid some tickets for his next show. It's a light he throws a light show though, bro. They got tight rules. So
Hell yeah.
yeah, it's a lot more padding. Like the kids all wear